What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to be doing a review on the Alps Impact Turkey Vest. I have it in bottomland camo, as you can see, and this is basically, I bought it for last season. I had 1 year to use this vest, and I hunted with it in 6 different states. So this is my honest review on this vest, and if I like it, what I think I could improve on, and all of that sort of stuff. So that's what we're going to be getting into right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with just kind of an overview of what's on this vest. So this vest, like most vests, has a back compartment. Right here is where you unclip it if you want to, and this thing pulls down. This is where you can put a bunch of stuff. I generally put toilet paper, the tripod while I'm moving, and other sort of items like that. I'll probably put a water system back here and stuff like that. Now, when I say water system, let me go ahead and point that out. Right here in the back, if you lift this part up, this is a hydration compartment where I'll put my platypus water bladder in. And then basically I keep some of this camo netting for the tripod, and then I keep my tripod back here. I keep extra clothes back here. This is just kind of a necessary thing that you have to have in order to carry some extra stuff around if you have to. If we flip around to the front, here is the main selling point of this vest, is this stadium style seat right here. So basically with this seat, most people know you sit in it and it kind of balances you out with these cords right here, or these straps, and you just kind of lean and use your legs to sit up against a tree and all that sort of stuff. And for the most part, this thing is really comfortable, and for what you're getting out of it's really lightweight. One thing I did notice though is I had to cinch this up completely in order to get the best fit for myself and how I want my legs to be, and angled up. So this thing basically just comes back with a magnetic piece, and you put this on your back just like so, and your seat is just right here, right there. So that is the seat. That's what the biggest selling point of this vest is that seat right there. Now if we look at the straps, you can see these straps are thick. They've got some foam under here, and they are pretty wide. These really help disperse the weight on your shoulders, and it helped me not get too tired while I was hiking around many miles with this vest. Now let's move on up to the top or the front a little bit more. As you can see, there is a box call pouch or thermocell pouch. That's what I use it for. I don't use box calls, and if I do, I have it in my truck as a locator call basically. But for this is the thermocell, which is absolutely necessary when you're in the spring woods. And then basically we have 3 similar compartments right here, and that is enough right there just to hold all the equipment that I'm going to need. I travel very light. I travel a lot of miles doing a lot of run and gun, so what isn't in here is just not necessary. So everything about this is just bare minimum necessary. Now if you go above this pouch, you have another zipper pouch, which I use for my face shield or my gloves, and above this one as well you have another pouch as well right there. So those are the 2 pouches, and all the pouches on the front. This really gives you a bunch of options of what you can put in here, and honestly, if you're doing it like me, you won't even fill up all these pouches. You just kind of scatter things amongst them. I mean, I have plenty of room in this thing for more stuff if I wanted to. Next up, we're going to take this out and flip it open. And on this side, as you can see, I have a nice little pouch right here I use for mouth calls, and I put them on the inside. It just makes it easy for me to get to. And on this side over here, I have the same pouch for mouth call, or for whatever I want. This is batteries for my headlamps and stuff. And then I have another pouch up top for more room of stuffing stuff in if I needed to. Now, the interesting part about this vest, which I think is cool, have I ever used it? No, but I do think it's cool, is that you can take this vest on this side right here, and you can open up this compartment and pull out this long string, and then you can unclip right there, unclip here, and unclip there. Take apart your vest just like so, and then you can run this over you and clip right like so, and you can run this piece right here as a little chest rig. I think this is very cool for when you have to leave your vest behind but you want to still carry some stuff. You can pop this around, grab your gun, have your shells or whatever you might need, your tag, and then slip on down, crawl through the woods, and you'll have everything that you need just in this little compartment. I've never used it because generally I'm rocking the Old Tom Technical Turkey Pants, and I generally just take all the vest off and then just stuff what I need to in my pockets and in the zipper pockets, and that does pretty good for me too. But this is also an option if you're looking for something a little bit more run and gunny, if you wanted to leave your vest behind. So that's always an option. That was the overview of the whole entire vest. Now we're gonna get into what I like about the vest and what I don't like about the vest, and if the likes outweigh the dislikes and vice versa. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So you saw this whole vest. What are some of the things I like? Well, naturally I bought it due to this seat right here. This seat is awesome, and it allows me to sit anywhere I want to, on any uneven terrain, and it makes my life just easy. Now, this also comes in at a really light weight. I don't know the number in my head. I do know that it's around 3 or 4 pounds, and I know that the Alps Grand Slam, the one that I've done before, the video I've done before, the vest that I ran 2 years ago was about 7.5, and that got heavy because it had a full frame, and it wouldn't sit right on certain areas. It wouldn't sit right on certain terrains and stuff. So I decided to get rid of that vest and go with something a little bit lighter and a little bit easier to carry. And this was a great choice. I absolutely love this vest and will be using it until the straps give out. But let's go move on to another aspect that I like about it, and that is, even though I don't use a lot of stuff, all of these compartments are awesome. I love being able to put my calls in this compartment, my bullets in this compartment, my medical aid in one compartment, and my thermocell in another. Just makes for easy, quick decisions on where I'm going to grab from if I'm in a time of like, oh, that bird's right there, but I need this call or I need that. I have all of everything I need just right here, ready to go, organized, and all of that stuff. Once again, I'll bring up the shoulder pads, or not the shoulder pads, the shoulder straps. Awesome. They kept the weight really dispersed on my shoulders. Didn't feel too worn out with this. And basically every other little thing I talked about is awesome about this vest, the water pouch and all of that stuff. Now, let's talk about really the three main things that I don't like about this vest. And that is, inside of one of these pouches, I generally don't run pot calls either. Generally just a mouth call kind of guy, but I got a pot call in here. And this doesn't really have a good compartment to put just one mouth call in. There's some webbing on the inside of these pockets. Let's see if I can open it up. There's some webbing on the inside of these pockets, and it kind of allows for this mouth call to slide back and forth, and you can put it in there. But I would like to see maybe just one. All I need is one, not like 7 pot calls, but just one dedicated pot call little webbing thing in one of these compartments. That's all I would like. And honestly, I could stitch it up myself and make it to where I cut that webbing in half pretty well and then just stitch it to the vest itself and just be able to slide in my pot call. That's all I'm really looking for. Just a little bit more organizability or whatever you might want to call it. And I don't even think that's a word. But just be able to have that pot call kind of in a stationary spot instead of kind of rolling around just makes me feel better. It's not a deal breaker at all. The other thing is, in order for you to get this seat down, you have to unbuckle the vest and move the sides out like so, and then put it down and sit down. So you can't just have the vest all fully strapped up and then pull that sucker down and sit in. It's so much easier just to clip, 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 clip. Now, I don't like how long it takes to sit down because sometimes I have to sit down immediately. But I do like unclipping from my vest because it allows me to roll a little bit better if I have to move and get a shot from my right or my left. And so it has a pro and con. I don't like how slow it is to pop it off and sit down, which it's really not that slow. But as you turkey hunters know, things happen really incredibly quickly in the woods. So that would be my only complaint. But at the same time, I always unbuckle it because I like to be able to turn. So it is what it is, and it's definitely not a deal breaker for me. And then the last thing I don't really like about this vest is right here. This could be shaved down a little bit. It's a little wide, especially when you're going through brush. You tend to catch on a good amount of stuff right here. And it's much wider than my back, and it just catches, and it's a little bit annoying to go through some thick brush sometimes. And that's my only other minor complaint about it, is that you could maybe shave this down a little bit by putting maybe a rod or a rail that kind of cuts in like so. But other than that, this vest is overall just tip-top where I want it to be. Now, all of the things I just mentioned about this vest are not deal breakers. Like I said, I will use this till the straps wear out. I absolutely love this vest, and this vest is one of the better ones I think out there on the market. Now, I'll have to try out some other ones eventually, or if someone else has another vest, I'll put it on and use it for a day and trade them out my vest or whatnot. But for the most part, I see this as probably one of the premier vests on the market. And if you're lucky, I picked this up for $83. So it's relatively inexpensive compared to, you know, the $150, $125 you might find otherwhere or some other places. I picked this up on Amazon or something like that before turkey season, and I got it for 83 bucks. So I was pretty darn happy with it. It's an amazing vest. Go out and buy yourself one. You will not regret it. Thank y'all for watching. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Please subscribe for more of this style content. We got some good stuff coming out next few weeks, and I hope y'all follow along and you absorb some of this and you can take it and apply it out in the woods for yourself. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye.